Read and read. It's like having a lawyer in the family.
Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon. Oh, what a
Yeah,
freaking week. Wait till you hear this story, Jason. I know I teased you a little bit, but let
you
me
scared me.
good afternoon. It's Friday. What is this? November the 10th.
10th?
Unbelievable. My name's
Bro,
Paul.
where'd the year go?
I'm the host of Live Feed Read. Jason Crawford, the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson is my sidekick. Like we said, it's a beautiful day in Florida, probably low
Yes.
80s, mid 80s. And let's just jump right into it. That's Brian, one of our loyal listeners, but evidently he's working, so he'll have to watch the replay. So, all right. So everyone knows that there are just scams out there by the gazillions,
Alex
right?
here.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And everybody thinks, not me. You can't pull the wool over my eye, and you can't scam me, and I'm smarter than you, and how did you
Right.
fall for that, and on and on and on. Right,
Yeah.
Jason?
Yeah, my grandmother doesn't feel that way, but yes.
Yes.
Many
All right.
people do. Yeah.
So that's Brian again. So basically, this week, and I would
He's
say
online.
the last couple of weeks, I wasn't the victim. I was almost the victim of a very elaborate scam. All right. So let's start from the beginning.
Walk me
As
through it.
everyone knows, of course, I'm a personal injury lawyer. That's what we do, settle cases and this, that, and the other. And so we have the Read Law, Read and Read. We have our own website, of course, and through
Needread.com.
you can submit questions, right?
Yes.
Or notify us or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it comes through, it's called HubSpot. Not that that matters, but when I'm looking at my computer, it says HubSpot. And then so I'll click on it thinking this could be a potential new client or whatever. Sometimes it's advertisers and there's questions about medical malpractice and things of that nature. So I clicked on it, and the guy's name, and I don't care about this one, was Robert Hoffman. And it says, can you help me collect monies on a personal injury settlement that was made here in Tampa, Florida, and basically I'm in Massachusetts, and I'm having a hard time, finding someone to help me.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. So he's living in Massachusetts.
Right.
The claim is he's living in Massachusetts, but he has a personal injury settlement from Florida, and he's having trouble
They haven't.
processing it.
Yeah, it's been a year now. They still haven't paid him the $189,000 he's due.
Okay.
Right. And
Okay.
so I was like, well, obviously I like
Is
to
that a
help
usual
people.
thing?
Huh?
Is that
No.
something that happens? Okay.
No, not at all. Very unusual, but it does happen. I'm not
Okay.
saying so. I mean, it's unusual, but oftentimes people will, in any number of different cases, usually way smaller, they'll agree on some kind of settlement, and then someone won't pay. Your neighbors, and this, that, and the other.
Right. Okay.
On this magnitude, a nationwide, huge company, that doesn't happen. Needless to say.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
and I gotta say, and I was a little naive, a little stupid, didn't pay much attention, thinking, well, yeah, this is no big deal. I can help this guy out. A letter from the lawyer usually would do the trick. And so if he wanted to pay me, fine. If not, no big deal, honestly. So I said, well, what happened? He goes, well, I was injured on the job at Allied in Tampa. And he gives me
And
this
this is all through text. You didn't talk on the phone.
email.
Okay. Email.
I never talked to him. And he told me what happened. And right off the bat, I should have been, and I wasn't, but I should have been somewhat skeptical, because it's really a workers' compensation claim when you're injured on the job, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But if there's like almost intentional conduct, egregious conduct, then you can get past the workers' compensation immunity statute, and then you can settle cases. And honestly, that's what happened.
Civil.
Well, it's just you can get past it and get more than work comp doesn't pay. So you can get more damage. So I'm like, oh yeah, all right, well, tell me what happened. Some forklift crushed me. The guy was inexperienced, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I didn't think much about it. So I said, well, send me your documents, send me what you have, right? All right, so then he sends me, let's see, number one, we
You want me
have
to screen
show
share?
the offer of employment.
Yeah.
Let me know when
Let's
it's
go
up.
to Zoom share. There we go.
It's
Yeah, it's
up.
up.
Okay,
Yes.
so he sends me this document, and I'm like, okay, Allied. I check out the company, legit. And so I'm reading. I'm like, okay, the guy was employed there. All right, as a data analysis, and so forth. So looks legit, right?
Okay.
I'm like, okay. And so then he sends me another document, number two, do the termination letter.
Okay. Yep.
So he says, this was after the incident. That they fired him. And to be honest, when you settle a workers' compensation claim with your employer, and you get monies other than just your medical bills and lost wages, you basically have to renounce your job. That's not unusual.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, so far, these things are making sense. This is kind of how it works. Again, my red flag should have been a little about the workers' compensation, but so far it's still, not beyond the realm at all of possibility. So then,
Nothing
okay,
super abnormal to where you're just like,
yeah,
wait.
exactly. So then,
Except maybe they used the lowercase I
yeah,
here.
he sent me.
So
He sent me. Let's go to
did you see
email.
that?
No, settlement agreement. I'm sorry, settlement agreement.
Did you see the lowercase I here?
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, well, exactly. I'm telling you.
All right, so
All
settlement
right, so here's
agreement.
the
All right.
settlement agreement, right?
Yeah.
Settlement agreement talks about the date of the incident, the fact that he was terminated a week later, which is again all usual, and it's basically a standard settlement agreement to
Yeah.
resolve a personal injury case. You with me so
The
far?
legal jargon. Yeah. Okay.
Nothing unusual, and in fact, you're right. It's almost like not almost like it's one that we would use every day in our business. You
Yeah.
follow me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else
I'm
does
with
he
you.
send me? Oh, he sends me emails. Now these are after. If you look at the dates, these are after they haven't paid him for a while. So it looks
Right.
like he's been trying before he contacted me for months to resolve this case with the carrier, right?
Yeah.
And if you read them, despite my efforts to resolve it, da 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 da, I got to get a
Yeah.
lawyer, on and on and on. So these emails look legit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look through them.
We are
Scroll
working. Getting, yeah.
down. Yeah,
Please give us.
we're
Okay.
working on getting you the funds, blowing them off, kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's not unusual.
So there's emails from them that he manufactured.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I redacted all that. I got to see that.
Oh, I
But
get
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah, no, yeah.
that is
No, no. So
interesting.
again,
Okay.
so far legit. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
okay, so then now we'll stay here. Get back to you
Okay.
and
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
for
Yeah.
now.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, just
Okay,
us. Just
so I'm
no
like, all
documents.
right,
Just
well, this seems legit. So
yeah.
email and I says, yeah, I'll help you out. Why don't I just send them a letter and give them 10 days to pay, and if not, I'll threaten sue. Well, he says, well, he goes, what I did was I told them I hired a lawyer. I gave them your information, and I told them that they can look you up and that they have 10 days to send you the check made payable to your law firm. And then if they don't, you can write a letter. I'm like,
Is
yeah,
that is that normal? How that works? It gets paid to you first.
and well, yeah, yes and no. They could
Sometimes.
have said
Okay.
you could send me the check, him directly, which I thought honestly that they were going to make the check payable to him, but
To
send it to
him.
my firm. That
Got you.
thing, like it's a real firm, not some scam
Right.
artist. So, but
Sure. Sure.
all
Sure.
right,
Sure.
so I'm like, yeah, and again, I wasn't getting paid for this. I'm like, and I hadn't really done anything. Couple emails back and forth. I'm like, yeah, all right, if it doesn't, and then we'll work out some agreement if I got to get involved further, right?
Right.
Okay. So a couple of days later, here comes a check for the 189,000, right? Uh,
Yeah.
put that up.
Oh, you want to see that? Okay.
Yeah, we can put that up.
There you go. Okay. The check. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Here
right.
is the
So
settlement check.
should have been red flag number two. Why would a big company? Well, let's go back. This is the cashier's check. I don't mind saying it because the FBI is now involved. Wells Fargo is the bank.
Yeah.
And so, but it looks legit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Wells
And I redacted a
Fargo,
lot of the routing numbers and everything.
well,
It
the
looked
routing number. So I'm thinking,
like
all
a,
right,
yeah,
whatever. Now this one's
it did.
made to read and read law. Now I'm thinking, you see that paid the order up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, that's kind of a pain in the ass. I really didn't want to be involved with my account and things of that nature.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
whatever. We'll just deposit the check and I'll write him a check, write him a thing. But I said, look, given that I kind of got to do a little bit of, what's $1,000 sound? He's
Yeah.
back. He's back. Okay, that's fine. Deduct that and then send me the 188,000. Okay. I'm like, yeah, again, whatever. I take it to the bank, put it in there, and the bank says, hey, and again, back to it, the cashier's check was a little red flag. Why would Allied not send one of their checks? Why would they get a cashier check? That doesn't make sense. But again, it can happen.
Yeah.
But not typically. So then the Bank of Tampa says, they call over their peeps and kind of looked at the check and say, Paul, I don't know about this one. And I'm like, well, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we ran these numbers and it's the routing number, and none of them come up to Bank of Wells Fargo.
Oh.
And I'm like, but she said, but I mean, there could be others, and so we'll wait and see, whatever. All right, so I come back and now I'm like,
that they don't know about.
They just said
in their system. I don't think
Wells Fargo might have different banks. Might have, if you have more than one branch. Either way, I don't know. I'm not a banker. All they said, this is a little sketch, and
So they alerted you. So this is the first time that you have been alerted that, like, hold up,
right?
This is super sketchy.
This is a little sketch, and I'm and I got to be honest. Now I'm thinking, I'm getting scammed.
You're replaying everything in your head.
No, exactly. Yeah. But
you're like, wait a minute.
So I come back, and then I reread his message. Okay. Well, no. I put that check in the bank, and then I get another message yesterday morning, which So first I put it in. It's a little sketch. So I send him a message. Hey, we received the check. We received the check. Yesterday morning, I get an email and I sent it to you. Did you have that one with the routing number and all?
The wire transfer details.
Yeah. Did you put that up or no?
I didn't put that one up.
Yeah.
I've got it. I got it here.
Will it take long, or can you get it up?
No, it won't take long. I'll just copy paste the information to a notepad.
Okay. So yesterday morning, I get this email, and Jason will put it up, and it says, "Hey, please wire transfer the money to," and what you'll see Jason's going to put up. And now I'm thinking, dude, this is totally a scam, and I don't do wire transfers. Number one, forget it. But is it up so they can see it?
It is up.
Okay, so look at.
I don't know how to zoom. Hang on.
It's okay, you can see it. All right, look at this. So supposedly this guy lives in Massachusetts, right? And he's out $189. Bank, Standard Charter Bank, never heard of it. Address, New York, New York. Now, mind you, he's in Maine, allegedly.
Okay.
Swift code. I've done a few transfers, never seen that. Fedwire ABA, no idea. Beneficiary, Atmore Paints.
What?
And then beneficiary address, Alabama. And then there's these special instructions, GT Bingla, right?
Yeah.
And then in this email, it says, oh, by the way, can you mail this to me by 11 o'clock a.m.? I have some equipment that I purchased for my company I need to pay for. None of this was discussed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Any prior
so they're creating a sense of urgency to close it and keep you from thinking too much.
And so I just said,
and if you're a good person, then you care about.
I just said, the Bank of Tampa has a hold on the check, So I can't do that, right?
Wow.
But I didn't hear from him. So I'm like, I'm about like 99.9% sure it's a scam. But
Yeah.
still, being the trusting person that I am, I said, well, let me do this. I pull up one of these letters, and if you
Yeah.
look at the one that says, it
Which
doesn't matter. Go back
this?
to us. You can just go back to us.
Okay, I'm on. I was on us, but if you want to see one of the letters,
No,
you
go back
can.
to us.
Okay, we're on
I'm
us.
sorry, I didn't know what you were on or not. Just so you know, at home in TV land, we kind of Jason's
Yeah.
got the controllers. But either way,
Yeah, you can't always see
gentleman
what I do.
is the risk manager of a legit company is Jason
Right.
Corey, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah. I
called
thought
him.
we were redacting names. I
No,
didn't
I already
realize.
talked to him. He doesn't care because, like when I said the FBI is involved in this, they are.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so
Okay.
I called him up, leave a message, and I'm driving home from a new client sign up yesterday. Thank you, Lord. New client sign ups are good. And I'm
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
75 southbound, and it's him. I
Okay.
said, well, he goes, yeah, can I help you? What's this about? And I started to tell him, and he goes, oh, he goes, Robert Hoffman. And I said, yeah. I said, how did you know? He goes, oh no, dude, you're just one of many lawyers that have called us about this scam. I said, so it is a
Wow.
scam. He goes, oh, 100%. And
Wow.
yeah. And so when I
Wow. The Robert
came back
Hoffman
this
scam.
morning, still nothing from the emails. I think he knows the jig's up, but I sent my final thing before we blocked him. I said, you almost got me. Touche. but
Jeez. Oh man,
but
you
I
should
can
have reeled
tell you,
him in. You should
dude,
have.
that
You could have reeled him in. Oh, we have to meet in
nah, dude,
person. I can't mail the check.
I
Mail.
want I want nothing to do with it. But but the point of why we're talking about is it almost happened to me. It damn sure could almost happen to
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
because this was elaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have been
And
like, I can't transfer it without your IP address for some reason. Could you send me your IP address?
whatever. This dude,
Done,
again,
done.
we
That's
had a
crazy.
client, believe it
That's
or
wild.
not. I don't know if I've talked about this, but
Bro, that's wild.
supposedly the IRS called her and said you need to go to Target, buy two $1,000 gift cards, and then give us the number on the back. And she did.
What?
Oh, and she did.
No, she did not.
She did too.
What? Why
Michelle
would the
can hear me.
IRS
Not three
ask you
times
for
on the
Target
door.
gift cards?
I'm just telling you,
That's
they
not.
are,
No.
dude, they are very, very good and very threatening and freak you out. And the reason I
Yeah.
say this, it's
Yeah, they
only
do play
going
the
to get
fear.
worse. And here's, in my opinion, what's going to happen.
Holiday season.
Your
Yeah.
kids are at school or wherever. You're going to
Mhm.
get a fake AI type call. It's going to
Ooh.
sound like your children, and they're going to say,
Mm.
"Mommy, Daddy, if you don't pay, they're going to kill me." What are you going to
Ooh.
do?
That's yeah, that I mean, call the FBI. But yeah, wow. That's
Well,
crazy.
and that's where I'm torn because there was in Orlando, just so you know, Jason, shifting the subject, but not so much.
Okay,
They
yeah.
took away kids' cell phones, and the behavior went up. The school, everything went up.
At
Kids seem to
school,
be
yeah, yeah.
happy and
It
so
was an
forth.
improvement.
But on the same note, what if you get this call and you
Mhm.
can't get a hold of your kids because they don't have cell phones?
Call the school, I guess.
Well, I know,
Ask
but you got
for
5 minutes.
yeah.
I'm just telling you, these scams are going to get much more elaborate.
Yeah. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
That
So anyway,
yeah.
that's how Big
Dude.
P, they call me Big P Money, almost got scammed. And
Oh my goodness. Bro, how do you
well, hold
feel
on,
that
it's
you
worse.
dodged a bullet? Go
We would
ahead.
have lost Ryan because he would have had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you
Bro,
imagine
yes,
him
I can imagine. When you
hey,
called me yesterday, I was like, "Are you serious? What?" And you were like, "No, no, we'll talk about it tomorrow." And I was like, "Bro,
yeah.
you can't
If
do
I
that
had to
to me."
walk down the aisle there to when Ryan
Oh
Mott,
no, the walk
I
of
got
shame,
scammed out of
bro.
$189,000.
That would
Oh,
be horrible.
it would have been a
Oh my
stroke
word, that
out.
would be horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that wasn't the case.
No,
Just- Wow.
no, and
There are better ways to get a tax deduction at the end of the year than to lose 189 to a scam.
So anyway,
You know
I guess
what though? I wonder.
emails, just people. It's just all a damn scam.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, be very careful. You know what?
Don't be
Not
very
just-
careful. Just it's a scam.
Yeah, but be very careful because on Facebook, I have seen, like, looks like it's coming from Meta or Facebook or whatever, and there are messages that are asking for people's logins or asking for them to go and update something, and it sends them off site, but it looks like it's coming from them, but there'll always be like a character or something that's a little off in the name, Meta, or there'll be a comma at the end of it. Like,
Now, here's the deal.
it's
Don't do
brother.
anything, and at
No.
some point, if Facebook throws you off, well, then you knew it was real.
Then you knew it was real. Right,
Yeah,
right,
then you
yeah.
can call
Yes.
and say, I got it, but I thought it was a scam. What do I
Yep.
need to do at this point? So
Correct.
any of
Yes.
your social
Yes.
media, ignore it until you get shut down, then you can deal with it.
Agreed. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. That's how you
Simple
handle
as that.
Yes.
And IRS, they're not calling you. Tico's not calling you, saying
No.
we're cutting off your power. The water company.
No, in fact, aren't they required by law to send it certified mail, like through the mail
Who?
system?
Who?
The IRS.
I don't know. Probably not.
I believe they are. I think
I
it's
get
supposed to
letters
be
all the
U.S.
time.
Post.
But it doesn't matter. They're just not going to call you. That's the bottom line.
No,
In fact,
No.
I tried to call them before. Forget it. There ain't no
bro.
phone.
I
don't think the IRS has phones.
literally I got a call like that from somebody one time, and they had like the biggest accent ever. Not
That
like
goes without saying.
Yeah,
credit
and I was
card
just like,
stuff.
so you work for the
They
IRS?
call up and say your credit card's being used in Washington. I've got this one, so we need to
Yeah.
verify and ask you a
Oh,
question.
credit cards.
And then if you fall for it, what's the number?
Don't ever.
You
Yeah.
know, blah. It's
Yeah, all of the credit card companies and banks
All
have
right, I don't
fraud
want to ruin a
departments.
good show by blabbering
Bro.
on.
Okay, all right,
Um,
fine. No, that was crazy though.
Yeah, that
How do
was
you
crazy.
feel? How do you feel having that like lifted and dodged it?
Oh, I was a hair's ass
Superman?
away. I was a hair's ass away from losing $189,000.
Oh,
I mean,
makes
yeah,
me sick.
and it
Oof.
once again, everybody in the office,
Mm.
everybody says you got to quit. You got to quit trusting people. You got to quit helping
Mm,
everybody that sends you an email. It goes because and it's sad, but every
That's
time
heartbreaking.
I do, it tends to bite me in the ass. But it's just my nature, and
I
I'm
know
gonna
it's your nature, man.
I'm gonna keep helping people, but I'm gonna certainly be much more
Careful.
careful and
Yeah.
cautious and things of that nature.
That's sad.
It
That's
really
the
is.
way.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, well, take us out. It's Friday.
Got it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers, the last two games, they've lost in the last 45 seconds of each one, having Baker Mayfield and the kicker and so forth take the lead, kick the ball off. The other team goes 75 yards in less than 45 seconds. That's a joke. So let's tighten up, boys, and try to win one against Tennessee this week.
Yeah. Yes. And without
right.
further ado, is there anything else? Hey, man, the weather's been amazing.
Yep.
The weather's been amazing. If you haven't done anything outdoors, do it this weekend because it's fantastic.
Yep.
Anything else?
Just be nice, be kind. Like
Yes.
what's her name says, be kind out there, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Really.
I know you almost got scammed for being a good person, but I appreciate the fact that you are one. So,
Yeah, dude, that was close. That was real close.
yeah. On that note,
Yeah, on that note, we out.
Read and read. It's like having a lawyer in the family.